Yes, Coach. How do you get from Knoxville to College Station? That's not exactly a direct flight.
Uh, I mean, these facilities are great. I know I was recruited by Snyder. I mean, you can't really turn down Snyder's the greatest hitting coach there is to be. It is hard leaving Knoxville. I mean, I was born and raised there. There's a great facility there, great coaches, great community. I grew up there with Melissa Davin. I was there every game. I mean, it was hard leaving, but I haven't been homesick. They've been super welcoming, so.
How's it going to feel going in as a visitor for the first time?
I'm super excited. I've never been in the first base dugout of Tennessee, so it's going to be a little different for me. But like I told Coach Evans, I was like, I've been here all my life. I grew up here. It's going to feel like home playing. So I'm super excited. I know there's going to be a huge crowd for me, so I'm looking forward to it.
You mentioned there'll be a huge crowd for you. How many family and friends do you expect to be there?
On my pass list, I have about 30 right now. My mom bought 40 tickets for Saturday, and she has all of them gone. So I'm expecting a bunch of people. I know a lot of the Tennessee fans. I mean, they're all like, "We'll cheer for you, but we'll not cheer for A&M." So, which is fair, but I'm looking forward to it. I know there's going to be a lot of people there.
Like, how many tickets does each player get? And did you steal your other teammates' passes? How's that work?
We get 4 on away trips,
Okay.
I believe, and I think almost everyone, if their parents aren't coming, have sent them over. So.
Cool, great.
Let's talk about being a freshman in this program and getting the chance to just make an impact right away. You know, that smaller roster size, everybody's kind of alluded to that, but being able to play such a large role on this team, how does that help you just as your freshman year in college and getting to play right away?
I knew I wanted to play SEC ball all my life. I told my parents it was either SEC or I'm not playing. It's just how I've been. It's how I've been raised. I've grew up around it. I know that I can make a big impact to this team, even though we are a small roster. I know there's so many little impacts that you can make, and I've been blessed, honestly, to get the chance. And I have a lot of confidence going into this series.
Coach said something about you going to ULA, then changed. So the SEC, was that like a godsend that you were able to come to A&M and play in the SEC? Or?
It was definitely good timing, I guess. I would say after I decommitted, I was like, I opened my options up. I had an offer from Auburn, Georgia Tech, and then Texas A&M. So it's kind of just where I felt more at home. I knew that this was the farthest option, and honestly, the distance wasn't really a big thing for me. But I'm happy that I'm here.
Your success, have you surprised yourself, or the success you've had is kind of what you envisioned?
I envisioned it for sure. Coach asked me in the beginning of the season, she's like, "Do you think it's normal for a freshman to come in and start?" Absolutely. I had no doubt in my mind that I would come in here and start either in the beginning, middle, or at the end. Even if it was next year, I knew I was going to start and make an impact.
With your knowledge of Knoxville and play in that facility, have you tried to talk to some of the younger teammates about what this series could be like playing in that facility?
Not yet. I know once we get there, our communication is really big throughout the game, during and or before and after, even at practices. So I know once we get there, I know we'll get used to the walls and all that stuff. I know I've mentioned they're Terry Blevins. I call them the D'Angelo of UT, but I think they'll be fine. They're harmless to us, so they'll be fun to get along with during the games.
As far as the actual towns themselves, what's the biggest difference between Knoxville and College Station?
I always say College Station. I forget there's people that actually live here. I feel like it's just college. But UT, I know everywhere around it, all my friends, and honestly, none of my friends are ball players. So it's just a lot of outside of the sport there. And here it's just like, I don't know, it's just softball in school, I feel like. But
What do you feel like the confidence level of your team is right now, and if you guys have anything since with you?
I kind of feel like Rylan said, like we're not. I feel like we're almost like not overly confident, but we're definitely not going in here thinking they're going to sweep us at all. I no doubt in my mind we're going to take one game, if not two. I would love to sweep Tennessee. I'd love to see it, but I feel like we're pretty confident. We know how good we are, and we know we can compete. And I just feel like it's just a timely manner of when we're going to come out of our shell.
Speaking of that timely manner, y'all just come up a little short in a lot of games. What's going to be that big factor of y'all getting over that hump to win y'all's first series?
I feel like once we start piecing it together, as Rylan mentioned, once our pitching and our hitting is on board, it's gonna be a whole different story. We're gonna run through some teams.
So to be clear, Tennessee didn't offer you. You just wanted to get out of town. What about that?
I did play for their son, Mark Weekly, in my middle school, high school. I'll be nice. Not, I mean, it's just not where I wanted to be.
Okay.
I love the city. I would love to be there. I'd love to have all my fans there every single game to support me, but it just wasn't what was best for me.
Did you grow up born and raised a volunteer, like parents go to University of Tennessee? Or what was it?
Neither of my parents went there, but we just grew up. I mean, I lived 10 minutes from the stadium. I met Melissa Davin when I was 10. She came to my 10th birthday. I've seen her ever since. In our California tournament, she came with her 2 kids. I was there. I mean, I like to say, like, my playground was their locker room. Like, I was there every single weekend. They would see me at the camps, tell them I was a future Lady Vol. Like, I was there all the time. It was just home for me.